None. Consideration of 1509 is in order.
This is an act establishing the Philippine Geriatric Center. We are in the period of interpellation, Mr. President. That's the status of the measure. I move that we recognize the sponsor, Senator Rizzo Ontiveros, and to interpellate Senator, our distinguished colleague, Senator Pia Ontiveros. P.S. Cayetano, Mr. President. Sorry.
Senator Risa
Yeah,
Ontiveros is recognized to sponsor the measure, and Senator Pia Cayetano is recognized to interpolate.
Thank you, Mr. President. If the distinguished sponsor will agree to just a few questions, clarificatory questions.
Yes, very gladly, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Bill number 1509 is an act establishing the Philippine Geriatric Center, defining its purposes and objectives and appropriating funds thereof. Mr. President, my first concern when I saw this, of course, is to say, oh, I'm so glad that the elderly in our community are being given the attention that they need. I think no one will disagree that health is wealth, and sadly, we only realize it as we get older. So to establish a center that would recognize the importance of healthy aging is a good thing, and I congratulate the sponsor for that.
Thank you, Mr. President.
So on that note, what then concerns me, and it's a concern it's my way of thinking whenever I see a new bill, is how do we ensure that this bill achieves the purpose for the purpose it was drafted? And the purpose is exactly as I said, if I may say it in a very light way, to healthy aging. How do we ensure that that is achieved? When I see that there is a center, meaning a specific center being constructed, then doon ako kinakabahan, because I'm not a big fan of physical establishments. What I like to see is that an entire system is being established. At the proper time, I will propose amendments to ensure that this is a system that we are creating and not just a center. Because when I read the provisions of the bill, and this is basically section 4 on purpose and objectives, ando naman. Magaganda naman yung objectives. I just don't want na lahat ito nandun lang sa isang center. So for example, and I asked my staff and they told me that, and Her Honor can confirm, that there is no specific location for this.
Confirming, Mr. President.
Yes. So whether ilagay mo yan sa Ilocos or sa Tawi-Tawi or sa Metro Manila, hindi ako excited na doon lang may center. Kasi syempre ang gusto ko, lahat ng matatanda makinabang. But again, as I said, when you look at the purpose, specifically D and E, this center is meant to provide consultancy services and technical assistance to DOH and other government agencies and medical institutions. And then it is also meant to provide technical assistance and capacity building in the establishment and maintenance of senior citizens wards in government hospitals. So kung talagang mahalaga itong letter C and D of section 4, then it seems that it will go beyond that physical center, Mr. President.
Salamat, Mr. President. The good gentlewoman from Taguigan Pateros is right. Sa ngayon, wala pang nakataktang lugar kung saan itatayo ang PGC. And eventually, the DOH will base the site on objective criteria gaya ng accessibility, existing health infrastructure, and population need. And the gentlelady mentioned various parts of the country. And in fact, sa nagdaang hearing ng komite, minungkahi na silipin ng DOH ang feasibility of even repurposing abandoned pogo hubs in Metro Manila into PGC. And specifically, Mr. President, gentlelady, hindi nilagay sa panukalang batas specifically kung saan para may flexibility ang ating DOH kung saan ito akmang itayo. Ang malinaw, dapat may sprawling at open spaces ang pagtatayuan ng PGC. Minimum, kayang mag-accommodate ng at least 100 bed spaces. So modest at the outset, 100 bed spaces at may puwang for expansion kung kinakailangan. Pero kasabay po nun, Mr. President, gentlelady from Taguigan Pateros, kasabay ng pagtayo ng initial na kahit 100 bed capacity, ay isusulong na nga po yung purpose and objectives ng PGC. And binanggit na po ng Gentle Lady from Taguigan Pateros, binanggit na po yung dalawa dito, provide consultancy and technical assistance in setting geriatric care standards at saka assist in establishing and maintaining senior citizens wards in government hospitals and about at least 4 others. Importante po yung pag-assist sa pag-establish and maintain ng senior citizens wards in government hospitals dahil ibig sabihin kahit pa hindi pa na itatayo ang buong PGC, mapipreempt nga yung pinangangambahan ng Gentle Lady na makukonsentrate lang sa isang lugar dahil sa kasalukuyan na nga 33 out of 80 DOH hospitals na ang under monitoring and mentoring ng NGCH, yung kasalukuyang National Geriatric National Center for Geriatric Health para maging ganap ang pagkakaroon ng local geriatric center or wards. So ibig sabihin, yung wards pa lang doon sa mga DOH hospitals ay pwedeng simula na ng force multiplier para sa kahit 100 beds muna doon sa PGC at habang sinisimulan na rin isulong yung mga purposes and objectives ng PGC. For the record also, Mr. President, additionally, these purposes and objectives are provide affordable, quality, people-centered preventive, diagnostic, rehabilitative, and curative care for older persons, promote integrated geriatric health services nationwide in coordination with DOH, LGUs, and other stakeholders, conduct and publish scientific research on age-related diseases, at offer education and training on geriatric care for healthcare workers, social workers, academics, and volunteers. So at the outset, hindi siya fixated na kaagad bonggang capital outlay or infra kaagad. Modest pa lang on that side. Pero force multiply sa mga DOH hospitals in terms of direct medical services and care. And then sisimulan na yung ibang purposes and objectives ng eventual full-blown PGC, Mr. President.
Thank you for that, Mr. President. I appreciate the explanation of Her Honor. In fact, I actually was going to say that DOH, I would like DOH, as I believe they're the implementing agency, no? That's correct.
Yes, Mr. President.
I would like DOH to take their time in identifying the proper spot because although we may start with modestly, no, so whether before you put up a 1 billion establishment, maybe it's 500 million, but I'd like to be a sprawling estate or what do you call it, area. Why? Because these are people in their senior years, no, and treatment will not, and when Her Honor said this is a minimum of 100 bed capacity, I know that we define our medical establishment by their bed capacity, 100 bed capacity, 200 bed capacity. But what I would like to see is the definition of this place is that, it has, let's say 1 hectare walkable with trees all around it. So, and we are catering to, I don't know, 5,000, I'm making up the numbers, okay? We're catering to 5,000 outpatients who come here so that they can learn mindfulness, they can learn the benefits of yoga, healthy eating, mahuli man, late man lang nila malaman to, spend time maybe even with their grandchildren, because we've created now an environment where they want to grow, they want to get older. Like they're not just going to go there to lie on the bed and be treated for a number of ailments which are common to the elderly. Parang for me, Mr. President, given na yon, di ba? What I'd like to see really is that it's state of the art, not only because it's the most scientifically advanced, we have the most expensive equipment, which would be nice. It would be a way of honoring our elderly if nandyan yung bagong MRI, di ba? Kasi sila naman yung nagkakasakit. Di syempre, bumili ka na nung magagaling na equipment, but also the simple things in life that many of them were deprived of. And what is this? Space, clean air. You know, kung gawing bakasyonan man yan, I would be happy to. Like it's a geriatric and wellness hospital and resort, something like that, Mr. President, because I would love to age that way. I would love to be able to have a center where I can go to na pumunta ako doon to consult with my doctor, and then, well, hopefully this doesn't happen for another 25 years, but that is my dream for the elderly and for myself and for my children when they get older also, that you'll go to a place that also makes you happy. Hindi lang, I have to go there because I'm gonna die. You know, you want to live well. So that will be the kind of amendments Her Honor can expect from me. Like, umpisahan na rin lang natin to. Let's make it state of the art. Let's make it an amazing place for people to want to visit and to want to avail of the services. I had a discussion because I happen to handle the budget of DSWD, and I told the secretary that I've come across, I think it's in one of the Nordic countries, dementia village. So that is my inspiration, that I was asking my team for our numbers, and currently as of 2020, 0.9% of the population. As of 2020, we have 1 million senior citizens with dementia. So, but I'm not singling out dementia. There's a whole, maybe we have another million citizens who are not that mobile, that they need assistance. But do they need assistance, therefore give them a wheelchair? Or do they need to be in an environment where they will be taught how to exercise and take care of themselves so that they will not even need a wheelchair for the next 10 years? This is not even cutting edge technology. This is basic care that we should be extending to our seniors. So my point, Mr. President, is although we have a young population, tatanda din lahat yan. So tamang-tama talaga na ipasa natin ito, but let's take time to work hard on it. Let's work with DSWD, who sees the other dimension. I understand that the bill, it works clearly here. It states clearly here in section 4F that the center will provide education and training for not just healthcare professionals, but also social workers and volunteer organizations. So tama to. It's really all in the right direction. I'm very excited to work with this, but we know that we have a shortage of shortage of healthcare workers. The more specialized, the bigger the shortage. Our current ratio for geriatric specialists to patient is 1:60,000. So ang konti nun, di ba? So, sobrang konti ng ating specialist. But I always say in every interpellation, whether it's education or health, you can expand their services by precisely training other workers. So you train the social worker, you train the barangay health worker, you train the volunteer organizations. All of that is already in the bill, which is what excites me, because you may only have one geriatric specialist, but then you have a battalion of trained personnel. So you'll have the nurse who specialize in geriatrics. You'll have the technicians na sanay sa matatanda, may malaking pasensya sa matatanda. You have these volunteers. And my dream actually, Mr. President, is also to have care services for children, especially the neglected children, near the care services for the elderly, because they naturally need each other, the young and the old, and they naturally have experience to share with each other. The elderly can be nurturing to the young ones, and the young ones can provide the kind of physical support that these elderly lack. So these are just observations, Mr. President's ideas that I'm just dumping on the sponsor. Any response will be welcome.
Thank you.
I just wanted to share that.
Thank you so much for those, Mr. President. The good sponsors advice about DOH taking its time will be very well taken. Ngayon pa lamang, dahil kino-contemplate po ng bill, ini-imagine niya that the PGC, the Philippine Geriatric Center, syempre, depende sa diskarte ng DOH, could undergo a 5 to 7 years phased implementation, at least, mula po sa planning, site selection, construction, hiring, soft to full operations. Of course, as Her Honor mentioned, ang pinakamalaking hamon ay workforce shortage. Bukod sa funding sustainability, interagency coordination at integration sa UHC at LGU networks, pati na ang pagsisiguro na makarating ang serbisyo sa mga rehiyon. And speaking of workforce shortage, again, on point ang observation ng Her Honor, ang kakulangan pa talaga ng mga specialists natin para sa geriatric care. In fact, right now, based sa datos, 173 lang ang active geriatricians sa buong bansa. In a population approaching 120 million in the next few years, na slowly lumalaki din ang percentage ng mga older persons, kung kaya't in a few years, magigit na tayong slowly aging population. So this is one of the areas for workforce development and training. Maging national training hub ang PGC for geriatricians, nurses, therapists, and allied professionals. Ang ganda ng pangarap ng Her Honor tungkol sa physical look and feels, no, ng PGC. It would be wonderful kung magkaroon nga tayo ng 1 hectare, walkable, puno ng puno, malinis ang hangin. In such a setting, pwede tayong hindi lang mangarap pero magplano dun sa magnitude na sinabi ni Her Honor na 5,000 outpatients. Malay natin, sa ngayon kasi, sa kasalukuyang National Center for Geriatric Health, dun po sa Jose Arias Memorial Medical Center, lumalabas 230 plus ang kanilang outpatient cases every day.
Per day.
Opo. So, ang laking force multiplier kung magkaroon ng in good time, without, while taking time, but in good time, magkaroon ng isang PGC na mas maluwag at mas may espasyo para sa outpatients seeking to cure or maintain their health, Mr. President.
I was just about to react, Mr. President, to that number, 230 outpatients. Can you imagine, Mr. President, 230 yan, malamang umaga pa lang nakapila na dyan. Malamang nakaupo lang yan sa bangko. Malamang lately ko lang nakita yung nauuso na yung pila na may upuan, 'di ba? Matatanda na rin yan. Of course, sitting is the new smoking, but when you're not feeling well, you need to sit down, 'di ba? Mahirap na yung nakatayo ka, pumipila ka. Can you imagine is even if we don't even add to the number of patients that can be accommodated, pero itong 230 nandun sa may ilalim ng puno, nandun muna tinuturuan mag-meditation or kung anumang sayawan habang inaantay nila yung appointment nila. Di kaya mas okay yun, or nandun sila sa isang room na they can listen to calm music, they can watch performing arts, I don't know. But there's so much that they can do in lieu of just standing in line. That
Yes.
already, to me, would be already a more pleasant experience. Hindi ho ba, Mr. President?
Opo, Mr. President. At Her Honor is right. At malamang kahit sa mga kinakailangan mag-inpatient, even for a while, mas maging positive yung
Exactly.
healing experience nila, yung patient experience nila, kung yung PGC ay magkaroon nga ng 100-bed capacity kumpara sa kasalukuyang 25-bed capacity lamang dun sa kasalukuyang National Center for Geriatric Health ng
Na
JRR
25 lang.
MMC.
Oo,
25 lamang,
napakaliit.
Mr. President. Napakaliit po
Yes.
talaga. So, lumalabas, nasa 8 o 10 nakatatanda ang ina-admit nila araw-araw. And of course, we're always talking not just about the quantity but the quality of the care. So, maparami na yung kayang serbisyohan, outpatient man o inpatient, and then mas gumanda din yung at least yung setting for a high quality of care, Mr.
And
President.
idagdag ko na po dyan kasi I know her honor is taking notes, no?
Nga po.
Na yung meron din tayong facility that the loved ones can stay in, parang hostel type man lang for the loved ones na nag-aalaga nung kanilang elderly loved ones. So in other words, kung may serious case yun na kailangan nga niya ng inpatient care, sometimes hindi yan iiwanan ng anak di ba? Tapos saan yan magsistay? I mean, it's a nightmare. So sana kasama din yan sa planning nila, di ba? Parang kahit dormitory style para they still are near their loved ones. In the US, I think familiar ang ating kasamahan. They call it it's a volunteer program. It's called the Ronald McDonald House. There's a whole movie on this. I watched it on the plane one day. This female doctor, I don't know if it's in the 1950s. She ended up creating that whole support system for people with serious ailments. Kasi yung specialty niya, if I'm not mistaken, was blood disorders, and a lot of them had a high chance of dying. So they needed long-term care in the hospital. So naghanap siya ng paraan na may private funders who would put up this facility. So I wanted to be part of this dream for a holistic geriatric center, because who of us want to be sick or die alone? Di ba? We would want to be near our loved ones. And of course, like I said, maingat ako dun sa pagtatayo ng physical facility na yan, but the reality is you need that physical facility. So kung mapunta ka man doon at malayo yan sa hometown mo, until nakapagpatayo tayo or napaganda natin yung mga regional hospitals and their own geriatric wards or geriatric departments, then I want them to be able to have a facility for their loved ones to, if not just visit, but also stay. So isama ho natin yan sa wish list natin.
Very well noted, Mr. President, Your Honor, this matter of nearby or accessible dorms, kung hindi man sa ilalim din ng direct supervision ng Department of Health, at least maybe some
Maybe
kind of referral
DSWD
system
can have
nearby.
something like that. Or
Opo,
may-
or lalo na in cooperation sa local health board
yes.
or yung LGU na magkaroon ng ganyang ding referral system for the family or even friends who would accompany the patient kapag inpatient services ang avail of niya. And salamat dun sa halimbawa, Mr. President, Your Honor, tungkol dun sa isang modelo sa United States, napaiisip tuloy tayo na we could also explore public-private partnerships if the
definitely.
DOH would be open to that, lalo na kapag isinusulong na itong mga purposes and objectives ng PGC sa iba't ibang rehiyon ng ating bansa, Mr. President.
Yes. So siguro, Mr. President, hanggang dito na lang muna ako kasi these are just some thoughts that I have, some initial observations. Again, I thank the sponsor kasi maganda talaga yung layunin na to. And at the proper time, we will make our amendments, but at least na paalam na natin sa sponsor yung direksyon ng ating mga amendments, Mr. President.
Maraming salamat, Mr. President, at maraming salamat po, Your Honor. I'll be eagerly awaiting those proposed amendments.
Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Before I, is there any other before we suspend the measure, Mr. President? Senator Robin Hood Padilla. Yeah, let's suspend. Mr. President, I move that before we suspend, I move that of course, with the consent of the body, that there is a related measure, so I move that we